The next topic is running time analysis of algorithm. So running time analysis of algorithm is the process of determining how processing time of the computers increases as the size of inputs increases. It means that we are comparing algorithms on the basis of how they perform if the number of inputs keep on increasing. For example, there may be many algorithms which act same for any number of inputs. For example, if there is one statement of sum of a and b, that is a plus b, this is the single statement and it does not depend on how many inputs you will give. It just calculates the sum of a and b and give you the solution in just one unit of time, single unit of time. And for example, the another example I would like to give is find the sum of find the sum of all the number of numbers that are entered by the users. Then that will surely depend on the number of the inputs that is entered by the user. So that will directly depend on the size of the inputs. The how and so so in so so in this way we will analyze the processing time, how an algorithm performs for computing the sum or summation of the n number of inputs that is given by the users. That will depend on the type of algorithms and the way they implement the algorithm. Now, the next question is how to compare the algorithms. Is it the execution time we have to look at if while comparing the algorithm, or it is the number of statement executed, or any other ways? So what is execution time? Execution time actually depends on the process, on the various factors of the computers, such as the processor, how powerful is the processor of a computer. So if a processor of a computer, let's take an example. There are two computer systems. One has the processor of i7 and the another has the processor of i5. So if we run the same algorithm on the two different machines, then obviously the processor i7 will execute the algorithm so fast than the i5 processor. So we cannot actually judge about the algorithm, how fast that algorithm performs with the if we consider the machine dependent. So we cannot we cannot use the execution time execution time for calculating the comparing the algorithms. So the next is number of statement executed. For coding of a particular algorithm in different programs, there are different pieces of code. For example, if we have to write a particular algorithm in Java, then we write a number of lines of code, but the same algorithm can be done within 2 to 3 lines in the Python. So does lines of code does the lines of code plays an important role in comparing the algorithms? No, that is not a good practice to compare the algorithms on the basis of the lines of code they have been written on. So so we have to find the next ideal solutions, or solution of how we can find the how we can compare the algorithms. So we have to define a certain function or certain and the next is the ideal solution. So what is the ideal solution? Ideal solution, what we do is we define a particular function of a particular algorithms, and that function will define the actual runtime of an algorithm, how many times the algorithm takes to run a particular piece of code.